Fiona, I'll be home soon. Is there anything you want me to buy?
Helen, where are you? Where are you wandering around without doing the laundry? If you're going out, finish everything before you go.
I was going to do the laundry, but you told me to go to the pharmacy first. And I'm done with the pharmacy, so I texted you to ask if there was anything else I could get for you.
God, you always make excuses. It's already afternoon, and why haven't you done the laundry? You really are dumb in everything, aren't you? If you have time to make excuses, get it done before I tell you. And are the other chores done?
No, I need to clean upstairs.
Excuse me? You haven't finished cleaning yet? What have you been doing all morning? And you're not even halfway through doing the dishes.
Yes, you told me to go to the pharmacy when I was in the middle of it, so I left it as it was and went out. I'm going to come back and finish it.
I don't like the way you talk. It sounds like it's my fault that you haven't finished all your chores.
No, it's not like that. I just told you the facts.
What? You're always so full of excuses. I let you stay at home to do the housework. If you're that useless, I'll have you leave right now.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Terrible? It's a natural thing to say. I accepted you as a wife who's not even good looking. You should at least take care of the house. Don't keep making excuses. Get back home and continue the chores.
Yes, ma'am. Fiona, I have a question.
What is it?
I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Did you come into our room?
Even if I had, is there a problem?
Some items are missing. Clothes are obviously missing, and my important hats, bags, and accessories. I've searched all over the room.
Oh, it's so much nicer with less stuff, isn't it?
Huh?
I got rid of them.
But why would you do that?
Because you don't have time or place to go out. You're dumb and dull, so you have to do chores all day, right? You don't need that amount of clothes. There were a lot of flirty clothes too.
That's so terrible. There were so many things I cherished.
How could you have so many fancy clothes? Don't tell me you're having an affair.
There's no way I'm cheating. And I don't like any flirty clothes. I don't like those kind of fashion.
Are you making excuses again? In the first place, you don't need brand name clothes if you are a wife. A pair of sweatshirts and jeans are all you need. You're mostly busy cleaning the house.
That's true, but Charlie bought a lot of things for me. I only kept clothes and accessories that were memories for me.
God, he always wastes money.
Waste of money? I mean, why did you do that?
You're going to break up anyway, so why leave them here? They're not even worth selling.
Breaking up anyway? I have no intention of breaking up with Charlie. I'm sure he thinks so too. We won't follow you.
Stop complaining. Charlie is my son. He will follow me whatever I say. If I tell him to leave you, he'll divorce you right away.
Why would you go that far? Why do you hate me so much? Did I do something to offend you? If you have a reason, please tell me now.
Hey, don't talk nonsense.
What?
I was against your marriage in the first place.
No.
And yet, my husband raved that you would be a good wife, and Charlie insisted on marrying you. I had no choice but to let you marry him. As for me, I still can't accept you. Don't get carried away.
Fiona.
But my husband passed away right after you guys got married. So I'm the mainstay of this family now. What I say is absolute.
But that doesn't mean I should divorce him.
Can't you shut your mouth? You're so annoying. I've been mean to you, thinking you'd give up and leave. You're quite patient. That's kind of unusual for a young wife nowadays.
You were planning to kick me out from the beginning.
Of course, I told you. I don't accept you as his wife. If you say you won't leave this house, I'll bully you even more.
Bully? I have no intention of divorcing Charlie.
Really? You have a good spirit, huh? I wonder how much you can stand. You're going to entertain me.
You're like a devil. I wish I'd never lived with you in the first place.
Huh? Are you trying to take Charlie away from me? I won't let you do that. There's no way I'm going to live without him. The best way to get rid of you is to live with you and keep an eye on you.
I didn't know you were a person like that.
I'll bully you until you leave this house. I can't wait to see you cry. If you don't like it, then get divorced and get out. Call me now. Such a jerk. What are you doing when I told you to call me? What the hell is going on? Why is there no stuff? Anyway, call or reply right away. You're always so useless at the most urgent time, huh?
Hey, Mom, it's Charlie.
Hey, what are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be Charlie. Just tell me what's going on.
I told you, it's me. I'm replying to you right now.
Huh? This is Helen's phone, right?
Yes, but I'm the one messaging you right now. Mom, I won't let you contact Helen from now on.
Why not? You're a funny boy.
I'm checking on her phone when you text her. We're moving out.
You're moving out? What are you talking about? How can you do that?
You're so done.
You're the eldest of this family. You're supposed to live with me.
Mom, I've warned you many times before, remember? If you hurt Helen, I can't live with you. And yet, you torment her every day. And to top it all off, you want her to divorce me and move out of the house? How can you say that when she has taken care of you for everything? I'm disappointed in you.
Hey, are you really Charlie?
Yes, I am. I told you. I can't help but sigh at your wickedness. I'm not going back to that house. We've decided to move out so we can live together as a couple.
Wait a minute. Why are you suddenly saying that? I don't understand.
I've been warning you for a while, so it's not so sudden, is it? I've told you over and over again.
That's true, but you never told me you were moving out. Why didn't you tell me?
Why would I? If I told you we were moving out, you might ask Helen. And what are these awful messages you sent to her? How could you say such terrible things through text? I feel so bad for Helen.
It was not a terrible thing. I was educating her. I was training her so that she wouldn't be ashamed to be your wife.
Huh? Education? Training? Helen is much more respectable than you. No matter how much work she has to do, she always did as she was told. Even the food is 100 times better than what you make. There's no need to educate or train her.
Oh? Not from what I see. I didn't do chores on purpose for her. I was testing how considerate she is as a wife.
Don't keep fooling around. Education? Training? Even if she couldn't do the housework, there's no need for that. If she did it every day, she would naturally improve, right? You just want to enjoy yourself by forcing everything on her. Don't give me some lame excuse.
Charlie, what are you saying to me? I would never do such a thing. I've kept it quiet, but she's cheating on you. That's why I've been watching her to make sure she doesn't go out.
Huh? You have more to say? There's no way Helen would do something like that. That's ridiculous.
Charlie, why won't you believe me? I'm not lying. She has a lot of flirty clothes and fancy accessories. I can't think of anything but cheating on you to have all that stuff.
That's... Most of them were gifts I gave to her. You think those are flirty and fancy? Don't try to make her look bad by saying some random reason.
But think about it. There's no place for her to go out dressed like that.
She wears them when we go have dinner, go shopping, or go to the movies. We still get dressed up when we go out as a couple. Is there a problem?
I didn't say it is a problem.
Then what? Are you saying that Helen is cheating on me, so I should divorce her right away?
Yes, that. I was against your marriage in the first place. She doesn't suit you. You deserve better.
Suits me or doesn't suit me, it's none of your business. It's about my partner. I'm the one who decides. If you still say Helen is cheating on me, show me the proof.
I don't have any proof. I'm the mainstay of this family. You're ignoring me when I say no?
Yes, I'm ignoring you. I'll choose my own partner. It's not what parents interfere.
But I want you to be happy. That's why I'm trying to find you a suitable wife.
Huh? You know, Mom, even if it wasn't Helen, you would have done the same thing, right?
That's not true.
I really wanted to marry Helen. I proposed to her over and over again, begged and pleaded, and finally she married me.
Huh?
I have no intention of divorcing her. I have no intention of marrying anyone other than her. If you make me divorce her, I'll cut you off. Are you fine with it?
Wait a minute, Charlie. What are you saying?
You hurt my precious wife. I'm going to cut you off. What you're doing is so dirty.
Wait a minute. Why would you say such a thing?
She has been putting up to live with you. This time, I found a new house and convinced her to leave this house.
You're lying, right? I can't forgive you even if it's for such a lie. And you're abandoning your mother?
I'm not abandoning you. You kicked us out.
I kicked you out? I didn't do anything, so don't leave. Charlie, Helen is cheating on you. Why can't you see that?
It's okay to be cheated.
What do you mean?
If being cheated makes me like Helen more, that's fine. Well, she's a woman who put up with scum parent like you without saying anything. So I don't think she would cheat on me though.
Charlie, you're being brainwashed. Think about your future properly. Of course, there are better people than the dumb wife who can't even have kids.
Why are you talking about children all of a sudden? That's never been mentioned before.
You guys don't make kids forever. When you're attractive, Charlie, but she can't have kids, I can only assume there's something wrong with that woman. Isn't that right?
It's none of your business.
Of course it's my business too. They're going to be grandchildren for me. I don't need a wife who can't even let me hold the grandchildren.
Aren't you misunderstanding?
Misunderstanding? What?
The reason we don't have kids is because I said I wouldn't have them yet. If I had a child under these circumstances, what would you do to him or her?
What?
We're going to leave from you and think about the baby. Even if we have a baby, I won't let you hold.
How terrible. I can't hold Charlie's child. That's the worst. Then let's discuss it among the three of us.
There's nothing to discuss.
I'm just wondering if there was something wrong with me too. If you tell me, I'll try to fix it. So, including Helen, let's...
Don't say something so heartless. You're only apologizing because I'm mad at you. How can you be sorry when you don't even feel bad? It's all your fault that you can't hold your grandchildren.
Charlie!
I have no intention of being with you from now on if you abuse her. Don't you ever appear in front of us again. We are done as of today.
Wait a second, Charlie.
From now on, you're free to live on your own. Don't ever show yourself in front of us again. Don't bother us.
Oh no, wait. Please. Hello?
Huh? Who are you?
I heard you're having a baby.
Are you...
Yes, I'm the mother who lost her precious son. Can you imagine how I felt for the past 2 years?
Fiona? Are you really Fiona?
Yes. Because of you, I've been alone for the past 2 years. While I've been lonely, you've been busy having a baby. How terrible.
Since Charlie told me not to text you, if you'll excuse me.
I finally found you. That boy is my grandchild. I'll raise him.
Please don't tell me jokes. I will never let you see him. It's our child.
This isn't a joke. I already let you stay with Charlie for 2 years. Give me back what is precious to me. Give me my grandchild too.
Charlie and the child are not things. I have no intention of divorcing Charlie, no matter how many years pass. I will protect my child together with him.
You're still talking so cheekily? You can't get away with this. Be prepared.
Fiona. Fiona, please reply to me. Or can you call me?
Oh, what can I do for you? Finally, my beloved son and grandson are coming back. How I dreamed of this day.
How did you find our house?
Huh? You're as dumb as ever, aren't you? There are so many ways. I hired a detective and paid him to find it. This is no big deal.
You went through all that trouble?
Because you took something important from me. So I have to get them back. Otherwise, I can't die.
Fiona, this is kidnapping. Do you think you are allowed to do this?
What? He's my grandson. There's no way this is kidnapping. Well, then we're leaving. I'll drive home safely. Bye. Helen, what are you doing? Don't yell. How embarrassing. Stop it.
Oh, Fiona, thank God you replied to me.
What is wrong with you? You're really crazy.
Because I lost my child, you know. There isn't a parent in the world who won't go crazy. Let me scream. No!
Huh?
No, Fiona! Please, give me back my child. Please don't kidnap him. You can bully me as much as you want, but please give me back my child.
Stop it. Stop it. I didn't kidnap any children.
Oh, right. You took a doll that looked like my child. It's very well made, don't you think so?
Helen, you knew I was coming?
Well, I could imagine. You would do this kind of thing. I was in the same room the whole time with the child.
Then you wouldn't have to scream.
Because you wouldn't come out. I won't stop.
Oh, hey.
Oh, my neighbors have finally come out. You threw away my clothes, so now I'm wearing worn-out, tattered clothes. If I'm crying and screaming, you would look like a great kidnapper, wouldn't you?
Stop, please. I didn't do anything.
That's not true. You climbed up on our balcony and went in from the window upstairs without permission.
What is the problem?
What? You don't know? That's trespassing. I've reported it to the police too.
What? The police? What are you doing?
What do you mean? A mother-in-law whom I cut off broke in from the balcony upstairs. Isn't that a crime?
You've been obeying me and suddenly what happened?
How many years ago are you talking about? I'm a mother now and I'm stronger too. I have to protect my child from people like you.
Huh. How cheeky thing to say. I hate you. What's with that brazenness?
What are you going to do next after kidnapping? Do you understand the situation you're in?
What?
The neighbors were surprised and came outside because I was screaming. If I sit in front of my house looking like this, even a fool knows what they would think of you, huh?
I didn't do anything. I don't care if the neighbors look at me. Anyway, hurry up and give me the child.
I will never give you my child. There's absolutely no need for that, and...
What?
This is the best way to make the neighbors think you're a kidnapper.
Screw you. You, I hate you.
Don't praise me so much. If you don't like me, please leave now.
Shut up and you leave now.
Are you kidding me? Promise me you'll never get in touch with my family again.
No, I want to see my son and grandson too.
Oh, I'll go to the police then. I'll sue you for trespassing. I left the scene untouched, just in case. Charlie agrees with me.
What? Why?
You, who I disliked so much that I cut you off, broke into my house targeting my child. We have no choice but to take strict measures so that you won't come back to our house again.
That's not... What you just said is a lie, right? You're joking, right? There's no way Charlie would do such a thing in the first place.
After I told him that I got a message from you, Charlie was the one who told me not to leave my child even for a moment. He said he was absolutely sure you would do something. He was right. Bingo.
No.
I am now going to the police for a restraining order. I'll do everything I can to make sure you'll never get involved with us again.
Don't say that. You're my family. I just want him to come back. I'll be nice to you from now on, so forgive me.
The gossipy neighbors were whispering around my house. It was an absolute odd sight to see. In the meantime, the police arrived. They saw what was going on and knew immediately that something was wrong. I left everything to them. Anyway, I am relieved that nothing happened to my child. We have plans to build our own home. As soon as the house is ready, we're planning to move again. I would like to live with my family in a place where my mother-in-law doesn't know anything. Sorry for the sudden message. Are you Dahlia? I'm Samantha, Henry's sister. Nice to meet you.
Hi! Nice to meet you. I'm Dahlia. I'm surprised. Did you get my number from Henry?
Yes, I was hoping to contact you directly if possible. Again, sorry for texting out of the blue. I just want to apologize for not being able to make it to the pre-wedding family meeting today.
Never mind about that. You were working, weren't you? It couldn't be helped. The meeting went without a hitch, so please don't worry. My parents won't get a bad image of you just because you weren't at a meeting. It was a sudden matter, and I'm sorry that I had to make such a difficult request to your parents too. Please don't worry about it. After all, it's a shotgun marriage.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Congratulations again. I wish you happiness.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. As for the pregnancy, I will discuss it with Henry, and we decided to keep it as a secret for a while.
That must be tough with the wedding celebration coming up. I know you must be busy with everything, so please don't overdo it. Your health is the top priority.
You're right. It's a lot of work. I knew it would be, but I'll turn 29 this year, so I really wanted to get married within this year.
You're the same age as my younger brother. Maybe it's because I've only seen your picture, but I thought you were much younger.
Thank you! Everyone says that I look younger than my age. Maybe it's because I have a baby face. But I'm surprisingly a reliable person. Henry seems to think I'm unreliable. You're going to have a nephew or niece. Please look forward to it. Please take good care of the baby and me too.
Of course. I'm finally going to be an aunt. I will help you in any way I can, so just let me know.
Thank you very much. I'm afraid you won't be able to give birth anymore. That's why my child will be the only grandchild for your parents. So I'm sure all of them will adore the baby, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, you're right.
I'm already over 40 years old, so many things are difficult now. I'd like to take care of your child since I'm the aunt. Thank you. I heard that you are a career woman. I envy you a lot. You graduated from high school and changed jobs a lot, but somehow you have got the trust of your peers. Henry told me that you are working hard in leading your team. Did my brother tell you about that? I'm not working for a big company now, but I'm doing my best. We don't have enough employees to cover the workload, so I often have to travel from place to place for work. I find the job is very rewarding anyway. I'll make sure I can attend your wedding. Seems that you're a hard-working woman, but if you're busy, there's no need to push yourself. Henry and I will be discussing about the wedding from now on. Even if you can't attend, we'll manage somehow. It's my younger brother's wedding, so I want to be there since I'm his sister. I'll be happy to attend. I think my first meeting with you will be on the wedding day. Well then, please give my best wishes to your parents. Sure thing! See ya! I heard that there was a meeting at a certain restaurant for my brother's wedding. For some reason, I was also invited, but I was away from New York on business and could not attend the meeting. I wanted to at least say a word of apology, so I asked my brother to give me Dahlia's contact information and contacted her. To be honest, Dahlia isn't the type of person I want to get along with. Hello, Samantha. I'm sorry to bother you at work. I just wanted to let you know about something important. Hello, Dahlia. I heard that you're busy preparing for the wedding. Are you all right? Please don't push yourself too hard. Thank you for your concern. I'm totally in good health. I'm going to a bridal aesthetic salon right now so that I can wear my wedding dress as beautifully as possible. My skin is smooth and I can feel that I'm in my best condition now. A bride has to look beautiful at her wedding. Taking care of your skin is important, but please don't forget about your baby. Yes, you're right. Anyway, everything's going to be fine. The baby is supporting me and I'm sure of that. What a sweet baby. By the way, you said that you were going to tell me something important, right? Yes, actually, there's been a change of venue for the wedding. That's why I wanted to let you know about that. Are you sure that you need to change the venue? The wedding is coming up soon, isn't it? I didn't know if that's even possible. It's a sudden change, so we're contacting the people we've invited in order. Lucky us that only the venue has changed, not the wedding day or some other complicated things. I know it sounds stupid, but it seems the venue was double booked. It was an emergency, so we had no choice. Seriously? That must be tough. Are you all right? Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm fine. Everyone has been informed about the venue change. I'm sorry it took me so long to inform you. Nothing has changed except the venue. No worries. Only the venue has changed anyway. It's a wedding between my brother and the person who will be my sister-in-law. I'm really looking forward to it. After all, it's the first time for me to attend the wedding of a family member. Is this your first time attending a wedding? At your age? I think it's strange that you've never been invited to anyone's wedding. Well, I've been invited to wedding parties of friends and colleagues, of course, but this is the first time for me to attend a family's wedding. Oh, I see. I was surprised when I heard that you've never attended a wedding before. I thought your friends were all the same type with you. What do you mean by that? If they started working right after they graduated from high school, I'm sure that their salary is not that high, and it's not good to expect too much. It's best to be happy with what you can afford.
How rude of you. Please don't talk like that. Most of my friends are living a happy life with their family. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event, so everyone did the best they could.
That's right. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event, so Henry did his best. We'll get married at the hotel of my dream, wearing the beautiful dress I adore, and have the makeup artist I admire to get me prepared. Isn't it amazing? It's what every girl dreamed when they were little.
Yes, I know. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, isn't it? A wonderful moment in life.
And it should have cost a lot of money. But thanks to Henry's connections, we were able to get it for a very reasonable price. I'm glad that I've chosen Henry as my husband. I'm sure that our wedding will be more unforgettable than anyone else's. I'm so excited.
I can see how excited you are.
There were a lot of people who wanted to come, but we were very selective about who we invited. The photographer is also a professional, so it would be a pity to invite too many unattractive people. When the wedding photo album is finished, I will give you a copy as a commemorative gift. You are my sister-in-law after all.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. I look forward to receiving it. I'm sorry for troubling you, but can you send me the exact venue and directions, since it's different from the one written on the invitation?
No problem. Well then, have a nice day.
Although I think Dahlia is a bit rude to me during our last conversation, I could tell that she's really looking forward to the wedding. For my brother's sake, I tried not to be upset or try to pick a fight with her until the wedding was over. Dahlia, I'm sorry for disturbing you. May I have a moment?
What is it? It's a day before my wedding, so I'm very busy. Please make it quick.
I'm sorry. I'll make it quick. The venue for the ceremony has been changed, right?
That's correct.
I checked with the new venue, but they said they haven't been notified of the change. Could you explain to me what's happening?
The venue has been changed, but only for you.
Huh? Sorry, I don't think I understand what you're trying to say. I've already made some arrangements, so I don't want any more changes. Where do you want me to go on your wedding day?
I told you that we wanted to have a wonderful wedding and that we had carefully selected the guests.
Yes, you told me that. Are you telling me that you don't want me to come?
I'm glad that you understood at last. If possible, it would have been better if you didn't know about it until after the wedding. After a rigorous screening process, it seems that you were not selected. I'm sorry about that.
It's my own brother's wedding. I believe that there's no such thing as screening process. It's not job hunting or lottery anyway.
You are old, single, and a high school graduate, right? It's embarrassing to have such a person as a relative. I don't want to introduce you to any of my relatives or friends. That's why I didn't want you to attend. Please understand my feelings too. Even Henry said that it will be fine.
Did Henry say that? Are you sure?
He said he doesn't care if you will attend or not. He also said that I could do whatever I wanted because I'm the star of my wedding. So I did. Henry is a very kind man, isn't he?
I can't believe it.
The plan was to laugh at your tardiness and tell everyone that you overslept at your brother's wedding. I was planning to cut ties with you too. But now I don't care anymore. No matter where the venue is, I don't have a seat for you in the first place, so please don't come. It would be embarrassing if everyone saw you. I don't want to be in the group photo with a high school graduate like you.
I see.
Are you sure you don't want me to go? Yes, of course! There's no need for you to be there in the first place. You're just an incompetent high school graduate. By not having you come, my wedding will be perfect. Who knows that an elderly single woman who's jealous of my happiness may harm me? I don't want you to ruin my precious wedding. I'm even starting to get a headache by talking to a silly woman like you. Anyway, did you know that I'm the person who designed the wedding dress you're going to wear tomorrow? Huh? Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? My dress was designed by a famous New York brand, and it's really popular on Instagram right now. Are you out of your mind? Stop talking nonsense. Thank you for your compliment. It was a new dress from that famous brand. It's quite a deal for the price. My brother insisted on having a wedding even though he didn't have the money. I got permission to use the hotel and the dress for the promotion of a magazine, and also the video for promoting the new dress, but it's messed up now, so I don't care anymore. Are you serious? Are you telling me that single lonely woman with a high school diploma who keeps changing jobs is the designer of that wedding dress? I don't get it. You're just jealous of my marriage. That's why you've been creating your own imagination. That's impossible. It's true that I graduated from high school and got a job at an apparel company. But fortunately, it was a big company, so I saved up money while working, then studied hard, and got some recognition at the company. So I changed my job, and here I am today. Nowadays, you can advertise all over the world through social media, so even a newcomer like me can work as a designer. I guess it's all about talent, isn't it? Henry never told me about that. Please stop lying. That vain, stupid brother of mine just wanted to take all the credit. When he told his colleagues that he was getting married at that famous hotel, he said that it felt good to have them say how great it was. I was surprised at how childish his thinking was. I didn't know about that. I don't even know your profession. Also, I don't even know that you designed the dress. I don't know anything about those things, so it's not my fault. You're 29 years old, so you can't just say you didn't know or hear about it. That kind of common sense doesn't work. First of all, whether you knew or not, it doesn't change the fact that you tried to exclude me from the wedding. Me and all the staff of my company will not participate in your wedding. Not even the flowers designer, the makeup artist, the photographer? That will definitely ruin everything. Well, that's the way it's going to be. You can use the flowers anyway since I've made the arrangements, but you must pay for that at the regular rate. If we can't use any of the photos or videos from your wedding, there's no point in us helping you. It's not that expensive, just for the church ceremony and reception. I think it's about the same rate as the most luxurious hotel in town. I know it's a lot to ask for a marriage loan, but good luck anyway. I'll sue you for breach of contract. Go ahead. I saved all of your messages, including the one you sent me about the change of venue. I never signed any contract with you or my brother in the first place. I was doing all of that because I care for my brother. Oh no! I'm in trouble! I invited all of my friends and colleagues. They are coming to see how beautiful I am in my wedding dress. What am I supposed to do now? That's your own fault. I didn't do anything wrong. Why don't you discuss with my brother and solve the problem together? You're just as vain as he is. Since I'll be wearing a very popular wedding dress and have a fabulous makeup artist to get me prepared, I was bragging about those to my friends and relatives. I told everyone. I'm sure they are looking forward to it. I can't just rent the lame wedding dress from the hotel as a substitute. No accessories, no trinkets, no hair, no makeup, no nails. Just a normal, lonely bride. I hope you can find a cheap rental dress that you can rent right away tomorrow. Good luck for that. Oh, you know what? My brother doesn't have any money. He's the type of guy who spends all his money just to look good in front of others. We can take care of the money. We have invited a lot of friends and also relatives, so there's nothing to worry about. If it was an ordinary wedding, you could have made it work. You said you've always wanted to have a wedding and that it would be a once-in-a-lifetime event, so you added a lot of options. You know the average rate for a wedding at that famous hotel, don't you? I'm sure it's going to be extremely expensive. What? How am I going to pay for all of those? I don't know. It depends on how you and Henry deal with that. But to be honest, it's nearly impossible. When it comes to money, people are very serious. They won't lend money to others easily. Oh, I wonder if your parents would give us some amount of money to pay. I'm sure they could do something, right? Excuse me? Are you trying to ask my parents to just give their money to you and Henry? You are so brazen. Well, I'm their adorable daughter-in-law, and they are going to have a grandchild soon. If I tell them I need the money to give birth to a healthy baby, they'll give me, won't they? It's their first grandchild. I'm sure they're looking forward to it. What are you talking about? First grandchild? For your information, I have a child of my own. What? But you are single, right? How can you have a child? Please stop telling me a blatant lie. My husband passed away. What? No one told me about that. I don't have time for such jokes. You should complain to Henry. He's probably ashamed of having a widow as his older sister for whatever reason. Henry is my younger brother, and for me, he's cute in his own stupid way, but not anymore. I've had enough of him. I'm going to cut ties with him. Please don't do that. You should let me wear the dress. Also, give me some money. You have a lot of money, right? How dare you ask me for money? What a selfish and ungrateful woman you are. Anyway, I heard from one of our employees who did the fitting. It seems that you haven't gained any weight. That's because I went on a diet to fit into that dress. I'm not talking about diet. You're pregnant, aren't you? Is it possible that your belly hasn't grown at all in the past few months? I know there are some people who don't have a noticeable type of belly, but I wonder if it's possible for a pregnant woman to have a tightened abdomen muscles. That's because the baby is cooperating with me. Moms with a high sense of beauty like me don't have big bellies, you know. What a stupid thing to say. You don't have morning sickness. You went to a spa and sometimes have a bachelorette party with your friends where you drank alcohol. You are a very healthy pregnant woman, aren't you? If you're already pregnant when you met my family members, you must be 6 to 7 months pregnant now, right? That's impossible. I love Henry, and Henry loves me too. It was just a little imaginary baby to encourage Henry to propose, since I've been telling him that I want to get married before I turn 30. I didn't do anything wrong. We just need to have a baby after we get married, right? What's the problem? I heard that you and Henry have been dating less than a year. I thought it was a very speedy marriage. Is this some sort of a pregnancy scam? What a scary girl. What do you mean by scam? I told you that we are going to have a baby after we get married. Well, Henry will decide about that. Anyway, I'll let him know about this. Don't get divorced until you both pay off the marriage loan. I just quit my job! Oh, that's terrible. Okay then, Dahlia. I think you're a cute little sister-in-law. Wait! Give me back my best wedding! You ruined it yourself, didn't you? I can't do it anymore, even if you got down on your knees and apologized to me. Anyway, the wedding itself went ahead because if we canceled the wedding, we would have to pay 100% of the cancellation fee. Later, Dahlia showed me a picture she took with her cell phone. She was in a dress that didn't fit her size, and there was no changing dress available. The groom was in his own suit. Isn't that hilarious? The bride and groom were in a bad mood and had a big fight during the wedding. Moreover, the whole family found out that Dahlia lied about her pregnancy. It was a wedding full of highlights. The bride and groom must have had a rough time, but I'm sure the guests who were forced to attend such a wedding must have had a rough time as well. As for me, I asked my daughter, who is now in junior high school, to wear the new dress on behalf of Dahlia. Of course, I hid her face when I took her pictures. I was so busy with the preparation of promoting my new dress that I have no time to deal with my brother and his wife.
Is dinner ready?
Yes, it's ready. I made pasta today.
Okay. I'm coming home with my coworker.
What? From now?
Yes. Is there any inconvenience?
I didn't make extra portion, so I don't think we'll have enough for dinner.
Why don't you just make it now? Don't be rude to your husband's guests. Isn't that a wife's job?
I don't think so. Who decided that?
Huh? Are you trying to embarrass me in front of my coworker? I'm taking them with me. They're still single. Don't you want to serve them a proper dinner to make them feel at home? Are you just too selfish to even think about that? You're so mean.
What's wrong with you? You sound offensive somehow.
If people see our warm home and think it's nice to have a family, you'll be happy, and that'll make you work harder, right? There are so many good things about showing our home to others.
I know that what you're saying is admirable, but I don't think we need to take care of your coworkers.
Don't you think it's natural for me to do that? I'm the one who got married first, so I want to set an example for my coworkers. Anyway, just prepare something simple and get it ready. You're a housewife, so you should be able to do that.
You're really rude. I can cook the food, but we don't have any alcoholic beverages. Why don't you go buy some on your way home? You should buy some snacks of your choice too.
Are you telling me to go shopping? There's no way I can do something so embarrassing with my coworkers around. I'm leaving work now, so it'll be a little while before I get home. In the meantime, why don't you go shopping?
I don't have that much time. I have to clean up the room and cook, okay?
You're going to clean the room now? Why now? What were you doing during the day? You're probably just taking a lazy nap anyway. Stop slacking off.
I do my housework diligently, but cleaning up for guests is different, isn't it? There are things you don't want them to see. I have to put those things away.
That's because you're incompetent, right?
Huh? What do you mean?
A good housewife always keeps everything in perfect order. I didn't expect you were that useless. Incompetence is a great sin.
Hold it right there. Isn't that too rude?
You're my wife, right? A wife who embarrasses her husband is incompetent.
Okay, I got it. I'm going to the supermarket now. I'll even cook. Are you satisfied with that?
You should just be obedient and say so from the beginning. Why did you say you can't do it? You think if you say you can't do it, I'll do everything to help you? Well, I know that I'm a perfect guy, but you're relying on me too much. Don't depend on me forever. Do it yourself. You're a housewife, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, whatever. Please excuse me since I'm busy.
You must entertain my guests. Do I make myself clear? Will you take a look at the bed?
I'm going to the bedroom, so just wait for a sec.
I forgot the document in the envelope. Is it there?
Yes, it's here.
Thank God. I took it out of my bag and forgot it just like that. Now bring that to me right away. I need it for a meeting that'll be held in 50 minutes.
No kidding. I can't do that. It's too sudden.
You say you can't do it right away again. You don't know if you don't try. Why don't you do it right away?
Because I have to take a train to get there, right? It'll take more than an hour. There's no way I can make it in time.
Hurry up then. I left home and got to the office in 50 minutes. Don't assume from the start that you can't do it.
I have to do a lot of preparation before I leave the house. A woman needs time to get ready.
What's the matter with you? You're really useless. What an incompetent wife. You're my wife, right? You should always be ready to support your husband.
Incompetent, huh? Is that the only word you can say to me? I'm not your servant, nor your housekeeper.
I work diligently every day. I support you with the money I earn. How dare you talk back to me?
Don't talk to me like you're some big shot. Just because you're the breadwinner, it doesn't mean that you can treat me as if I were a slave.
Why don't you get the heck out of the house then? If you don't make it to the meeting on time, I will reduce the amount of money I give you from now on, since you're an incompetent wife.
That's enough. Anyway, I'm leaving now. Hey, today was your payday, right? Did you get a pay cut this month? The allowance for living expenses is awfully low.
It's a penalty for last month, I told you.
Huh? What penalty?
You couldn't do what I told you. You always said you can't do it right away. And you complained to me about every single thing I said.
Are you talking about the document last time?
That's right. But there's something else.
What else?
Looks like you had a bad memory too, huh? You'll never be able to survive in this world with that kind of naive thinking.
That's not true. I was working at the company before I quit since I got married to you. I've never had any problems. Also, no one has ever called me incompetent.
Then you must have lost your ability to take care of things since you got married. All you do is just taking a nap and cutting corners while doing housework. People degenerate when they're lazy, you know.
What does that have to do with the living expenses? What you're saying isn't a reason.
You're really stupid. Family is part of society. You don't seem to understand unless I tell you. I'm going to tell you from scratch, so listen to me carefully. I'll only tell you once.
Are you preaching to me again?
Don't talk to me like that. I'm the boss here because I earned the money, and you're like an employee to me. Anyway, you don't earn money, so employee isn't the right word to describe your position. I think I should describe you as a slave.
Huh? A slave? That's too much.
Because you're being fed free food, right? A slave's job is to do exactly what the boss orders. If you can't do that job, you can eat, take a bath, and get some sleep. Well, I guess you're just lazing around during the day. What a happy slave.
I'm not a slave.
You're incompetent since you get angry so easily. Don't you understand metaphor? I'm just trying to make it easy for you to understand.
Slave, incompetent, those words you told me, is that what you think of me this time? Then I'll find a job. You told me you wanted me to quit my job when we got married. That's why I became a housewife. If you're going to make fun of me so much, I'll work.
How are you gonna find a job? I think it's impossible. You've been degenerating by staying at home for years. You can't even take care of your housework, so there's no way you can go back to work outside. That's disrespectful to all the people who are working right now.
You don't know that until you try. I worked all my life until I got married.
I'm sure that you won't find any job. No matter what other people think, I'm well aware that you're incompetent. Don't forget that if you start working. You'll get yourself into trouble.
I don't want to take the responsibility for that.
So what am I supposed to do? Am I to remain a slave? A housekeeper?
As long as you do what I say and keep me satisfied, it doesn't matter. You are only capable to do simple things.
Fine then. I'll think carefully about what to do from now on.
That's right. You should have done that from the beginning. You're such a rebel every time. But if you're willing to do it, that's fine. I'm asking you to do your best for me. You should make an effort to make my life comfortable. I just got home from work. Where the heck are you, Mary? Your husband came home, so you must explain why you're not here to welcome him.
Hey, stop bothering me, okay?
What? Who do you think you're talking to?
I've thought it over carefully. I can't stay together with you anymore.
Huh? Stop kidding me when I'm tired. What on earth are you talking about?
Didn't you notice what's on the floor near the entrance?
The floor? I didn't want to bother turning on the light, so I just went straight to my room.
Then go back and look again. I thought you were about to find out as soon as you got home. What do you mean you didn't even turn on the light?
Stop blabbering. Just tell me what's on the floor.
What? You'll know it when you see it. Divorce papers.
Divorce papers? I'm the one who's paying for your living expenses. How can you do such a thing when you're a slave? What's wrong with you?
That's what I'm complaining about. That attitude of looking down on me. That language you use.
What?
The way you say that you're paying for my living expenses. Slave, housekeeper, incompetent. Those are the words you use toward me all the time. Do you really think that you're some sort of king who rules the world? You don't even get paid that much. You're just an ordinary office worker.
Hey, watch your language. Are you making fun of company workers? Just because you're incompetent, it doesn't mean that you can just blame the others. This is why I hate dealing with a stupid woman like you.
You haven't changed at all, but feel free to do whatever you want now. I'm sick and tired of your pompous attitude. Let's have a divorce.
Pompous attitude? I'm just trying to educate you.
I don't need you to teach me anything. I've learned everything I need to know at school and the workplace. I'm not a slave nor a housekeeper. I'm an independent woman.
Oh, come on. Adult means you can make your own decisions and act accordingly, right? Do you know what that means? It means you must be able to earn your own money and make your own living.
I know that much.
Liar. If you knew that, you wouldn't be so lazy. You would be able to listen to what I have to say with an open mind.
Here we go again. You and your nonsensical thoughts. I haven't told you this before, but I found a job and I'm already working.
Don't be ridiculous. You're just staying at home every day.
Everyone has their own way of earning money, and I'm not lazy.
Oh, I got it. You're selling your junk to make a few coins, right? I'm sorry, but you can't live on that kind of money.
What are you talking about? No, I'm not. Stop making assumptions.
It's too much trouble. Don't waste your time resisting. Come back home.
I told you I'm not going back.
If you insist that much, I understand. You're leaving, aren't you? From now on, I won't give you any allowance at all. Are you sure about that?
Of course. Don't keep talking big.
What are you talking about? A housekeeper like you should just obey my orders. You don't earn a penny.
I don't need your money, so divorce me.
Don't be so cocky. Whatever happens later, I won't forgive you. Well, as you wish, I'll file the divorce papers tomorrow morning.
Thank you. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Well then, goodbye.
Hey, Mary.
What do you want, Judas?
Well, I need to talk to you about something.
What do you want to talk about?
Will you call off our divorce?
What? I can't do that. And even if I could, it's impossible. I refuse to do it.
You're being very harsh.
Oh, really?
The electricity and water went out at my house today.
I see.
The management company told me to move out of the apartment too.
But you've been living there for a year, so that's great. The landlord was very kind to you, wasn't he?
What do you mean?
You were behind on your rent, electricity, and water bills anyway, weren't you? It's only natural that you should be evicted.
Evicted? Me? I don't understand.
You're a clever company worker, aren't you? Can't you even understand that much? Sorry, I should call the CEO instead.
CEO? What do you mean by that? I'm not the CEO.
Is that so? I thought our family was a company you owned and you were the CEO.
That was a long time ago. I didn't contact you to talk about that. I just need your help.
Why should I help you? You didn't even know what's going on in your own company. How could you act like the CEO? I can't help but laugh.
What? Are you making fun of me?
I don't mean to make fun of you. Do you know how much your monthly income is?
It's about $3,800 take-home pay.
And how much is the rent for the apartment?
$1,500.
That's right. Last year, you bought an expensive motorcycle on loan, right? How much are your monthly payments?
$600 per month.
And I received $700 for food and living expenses from you, right?
That $700 included the money you should save.
$700 for food, daily necessities, entertainment. Do you have any idea how hard it would be to try to save even more? Why don't you try practicing it yourself?
Why are you talking so high and mighty? You're just an incompetent woman.
Well, okay then. Why don't you keep doing what you do for the rest of your life? I don't care since I'm no longer your wife.
Wait a minute. The grand total is still $2,800.
Think about all the insurance you've got. Do you have any idea how much you're paying for those? You spent $500 per month on those. Anyway, when you die, there will be no beneficiary.
You were the beneficiary at the time. Besides, what about the remaining $500?
Don't you understand? Think about it. Internet and cell phones, drinking parties, pocket money. $500 wasn't enough, right?
I was saving money, so somehow it was enough. I wonder why. Are you hiding something from me?
Huh? How naive can you be? Electricity, water, and gas are not free of charge. You forgot all about that, didn't you?
Why didn't you pay them out of the money I gave you? You spent all my money.
Hey, how have you been managing your money for the past 6 months? With me gone, your money must have been floating around more than before, right? How did you end up getting kicked out of the apartment? Have you tried reviewing your finances or something?
What are you talking about? You've been secretly spending my money, haven't you? That's the only thing I can think of.
Don't be silly. We were living on a shoestring, and I didn't waste a dime of your money. Now you know, don't you?
Because you've been spending all your time at home, you're the one who's been living in idleness. You know what's funny? You're divorced, but you can still live on your own. I'm pretty sure you're saving my money somewhere.
You've got to be kidding me. I told you I'm not unemployed, right?
Huh? Are you working? Even though you were lounging around at home like that?
Jeez. Looks like you won't understand unless I talk to you from scratch.
I'm not gonna listen to you. You're the one who stole my money. You ripped me off.
Quit saying that without any proof. You wanted to make yourself look good in front of your parents, right? You took them on spa trips and went shopping with them, didn't you?
They're my parents, so it's only natural. What's wrong with being nice to my own parents?
You're so silly.
What?
Your brother is the president of a general contractor. You're just trying to look good and resist, right? There's no way you can resist. Why don't you just be yourself?
Shut up. I'm not competing with my elder brother. I even took my parents on a spa trip once in a while.
Really? What about the clothes and bike? Why were you so concerned about the luxurious brand of your possessions? You bought a lot of things that didn't deserve to be there. You looked like you were trying too hard. You were living way beyond your means.
It's the same for every man. When you get married, you're the lord of the manor. You want to be particular about your possessions.
You're just an ordinary office worker. Family is not a company. The head of the household is not the boss. You're not even a board member, so you don't have to be so vain.
Huh? Are you telling me that my salary wasn't enough?
That's right. At last, you understood. No one cares about you. There's absolutely no need to force yourself to look good.
You're so rude. What a thing to say. You have no respect for me. You're living off the money you took from me. Don't act like a big shot.
I told you I'm not. I earn my own money.
If you insist that much, why don't we meet once? Let's meet face to face and discuss.
Why should I do that?
If you're making your own money, you must have enough income, right? Why don't you come live with me again?
Stop kidding me. I can't live with someone who doesn't have any savings and is going to be evicted.
Fair enough then. I'm willing to give you some respect from now on. So reconsider the divorce.
What did you say? I don't need an incompetent person like you to respect me. You're incompetent, overbearing, and you treat people like some sort of slave or housekeeper. You are a completely unattractive person. There's no way I'm going back to live with someone like that.
Don't say that. Your ex-husband is in trouble. Don't you think you should help me?
I don't think so. After what you did to me, there's no way I could forgive you. By the way, I managed to get a job on my own, so I have a source of income to live on my own. I got divorced when the time was right. I can't have you interfering with my life anymore.
Mary, I'm sorry. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. From now on, I'll do my best to support you. Will you live with me again? I want you to seriously think about it.
I've seriously thought about it, and it's not possible, okay? I've been married and living with you for a few years. I don't think you'll change your behaviors anytime soon. Well, good luck with your solitude at best. If you need money, why don't you just ask your brilliant brother for help?
Hey, don't make fun of me. I won't allow you to make fun of my brother too.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I need to leave now. I have no intention of seeing you in the future for the rest of my life. I'll block your number, so don't ever contact me again.
Wait, Mary. I want to start over with you. I don't know how I can manage to live alone.
Judas couldn't manage the household budget at all. He couldn't even pay the rent. But he was still treating his parents and took them on spa trips. As a result of that, he couldn't keep his head above water and had to liquidate his debts. According to an acquaintance of mine, he was trying to get my contact information so he can start over with me. But no one was willing to grant his wish. I'm so glad that I was able to divorce such a nasty guy. I have always worked in graphic design. I've been working for my former employer and now I'm working from home. Some of my former clients remembered me, so I'm taking some orders from them. I'm now making enough money to live on my own. I don't think I will remarry again for the time being. I'm planning to enjoy my single life from now on.
Hey, Samantha, we don't have any soy sauce left. I wonder why, since you often do a lot of strange mail order shopping. I'm busy receiving packages all the time, you know. If you have time to buy weird stuff, but can't you at least buy soy sauce at the market? You don't seem to understand the priority of things at all. Also, the socks were hanged upside down. The bathroom is also not cleaned well, that I can still see some dark spots at the corner. I told you to clean the bathroom every day, didn't I? Are you trying to make our family sick by having us to use such a dirty bathroom? Last but not least, today's breakfast was disgusting. Please don't make Sean and Simon eat that. Thanks to you, I've been here all morning. I have to make breakfast for us. It's a waste of ingredients and time. Are you listening to me? Answer me. Or would you rather I call you instead? Hello, Matilda. Good morning. I've already started work. I can't look at all these messages you're sending me. I'll talk to you during my lunch break. I'm busy, so I'll get back to you later. See you soon. I won't be able to reply from now on. Oh, and thank you for picking up my packages. I have no time to go shopping right now. If it's too much trouble, I'll set up a box in front of the entrance next time. I don't care if you need to get to work or not. That's none of my business. As my son's wife, it's natural for you to listen to what your mother-in-law tells you with the highest priority at all times. You need to be aware of that. You don't make much money and you call that work? Don't you dare contradict me. I didn't mean to contradict you, but I need to do my job. Sorry, I can't reply to you anymore. Don't you dare to say that you can't do it. Anyway, that's not the point. Starting tomorrow, I want you to think more about what you're going to put on the menu for breakfast. I don't want to eat the same thing day after day. I don't care if you say so, but you prefer a full American breakfast every morning. Pancake, grilled sausages, and so on. All of that really takes time to prepare. Do you remember when was the last time I talked about that to you? That was years ago, right? You keep repeating the same thing over and over like a broken radio. The breakfast you cooked was awful. If you eat something like that at the beginning of the day, you won't have any energy. You're such a useless wife. Did you say years ago? With all due respect, you told me about that last week. Last week? Are you sure? The meals have the same taste, so I feel as if I were eating those for years. That also means that you're cutting corners. Before you start backtalking me, take a look at yourself to see if you're at fault. You really are irritating. I'll talk to you about the food later. Just come home right now. What? Right now? Yes. You know I have hula dancing class today, right? My husband can't drive because of his back pain. You need to drive me there. I'm going to be late for my lesson if you don't do that quickly. You can't do that, Matilda. I'm at work, and I have an important meeting this afternoon, so please go to the hula class today by yourself. What? You can't listen to your husband's mother even though you're his wife? I have an important hula dance class this afternoon. You know what will happen if you disrupt my schedule, don't you? I'll come home right away if it's a life-threatening emergency, but hula dance is not an emergency. It's a 15-minute walk from our house to the class. Why don't you walk there for the sake of your own health? It would definitely be faster than waiting for me to come back. Fortunately, today is a beautiful sunny day. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, wait! Listen to me! Samantha! Hey, Matilda. Seems that you've been making strange calls to my company, haven't you? Will you stop it? What are you talking about? It was you, right? The one who tried to spread rumors that I'm having an affair with my boss. You called my company without mentioning who you are. Oh my, are you having an affair? I am not. I mean, my boss is a woman and she's married. That's impossible. You don't know that. Nowadays, we value diversity, you know? Just because your boss is a woman doesn't mean that she isn't having an affair. Diversity? That's not the point. Anyway, there is no such thing as infidelity. I heard you also said that my hobbies are disgusting and nerdy. That's true, isn't it? You have a weird colored wig in your room, a bunch of lacy, flirty clothes. You've been getting a lot of mail order packages lately, and it's all because of that disgusting hobby of yours. Am I right? I wish you'd stop. It's really annoying. You're right about me being a nerd. I'm not the only one who plays cosplay. It's a shared hobby between Simon and me. We met at a cosplay summit. It's a memory that we both cherish. Please don't make fun of it. I know our hobby might make some people feel uncomfortable. I'm not bothering you or anyone else. I mean, after all, you did call my company, didn't you? Please stop it immediately. What? You're my son's wife, but you don't listen to what I tell you. A wife like that is useless. Besides, I was just trying to tell the company who you really are. You don't have to tell the company about my private life. It's unrelated matter. I'm doing my job well in the company and I have an important position there. What you've done is really a nuisance to the company, so please stop it at all costs. You're the one who's crazy, Matilda. Don't make a big deal out of this. Are you telling me that you think your company is more important than your family? What? How can you say that? You didn't marry Simon, my son. You married the company. You neglect your family and spend all your time at the company. Are you kidding me? There is no such thing as a marriage between a company and a human being. You're talking too much nonsense. I can't keep up with you. If you married my son, normally you'd obey your mother-in-law. But look at you. All you do is talk back to me. I'm sorry, but I can't have you as my son's wife any longer. Hold it right there, Matilda. It's a modern era now, and you still talk to me as if we're living in the year of 1800s or something closer to that. Did you just say that a wife should obey her mother-in-law? Modern people would be horrified to hear that. I thought you were joking, but seems that you were serious. Oh my God, you're making fun of me after all this time. I really can't believe it. That's enough. If you can't follow what I, your mother-in-law, tell you to do, I will have you divorce my son. Do you understand me? I don't think so. I will not divorce Simon. As I said before, nowadays, wives don't obey their mother-in-laws. Are you still going to defy me? I won't forgive you even if you apologize. I'm serious. I brought it out. Thank you. Huh? Matilda, garbage day is Monday, remember? I'm not talking about trash. I think you misunderstood. What kind of things did you bring out then? Divorce papers. You are now divorced from my son. I filed it. That's why you need to get the hell out of my house right now. What? Divorce papers? That's too much of a joke, and it's not funny at all. I'm not joking. I don't like you because you're too cocky. That's why I filed the divorce papers to get rid of you. You can't just file for divorce because you don't like me. Besides, we talked it over at home yesterday. We decided on the rules from now on. Didn't you agree? No, I didn't. I'm not going to abide by rules you made up on your own. I'm not even going to follow them. If I need something, I need to tell you as soon as possible. Or, if I want to go somewhere, I should arrange that on your day off. It's all for your own convenience. Who do you think you are, forcing me to do whatever you want? That's the same line I'd like to say to you. I'm sure you've made a rule to tell me in advance if there's anything I need to know to prevent misunderstandings. Besides, you seem to think that I'm lying, but I'm telling you the truth about filing the divorce papers. Really? Yes, of course. Have I ever lied to you? Yes, you did that a couple times in the past, but I don't think the divorce papers filed on behalf of the related parties would be processed. Filing divorce paper without mutual consent should be invalid. I mean, neither Simon nor I wrote the divorce papers. How did you manage to file those? It's possible because I wrote your part on behalf of you. I asked a friend to write Simon's part. If the handwriting is the same, no one will notice. Thanks to my quick thinking, the officials didn't find out either. Goodness gracious. Did you watch too much detective drama? You shouldn't tell such lies and jokes to Simon. He will believe it right away. I'm serious. I made sure I filed this promptly. Really? I'm sure. If you think I'm lying, go and ask the officials. You are no longer my son's wife. Now is not a good time. Anyway, I'll listen to what you have to say when I get back. See you later. Matilda, you're home now, aren't you? Please unlock the front door. And why are my things here? I have some important outfits. Could you please not put them directly on the ground? What if it starts to rain? Oh, you finally came home. You're too late. I left your stuff out of your room since you told me that you're coming home late, including those creepy costumes. Did you go to check with the officials? The office is already closed. In the meantime, please open the door. I don't want to. Only my family is allowed in this house. You're already divorced from my son. You're not a family member anymore, so don't come in the house. If you come in through the windows or the balcony, I will call the police. Is that what you want? If you don't like it, leave now. Enough. This is really not a joke. What do you think you're doing? I've told you so many times. It's because you don't listen to me, your mother-in-law. I told you the reason why, didn't I? Yes, I've heard that many times. You said that it's because you have a job, but this is my house. I create the rules, and what I say is all that matters. But you didn't listen to me at all. A wife like that doesn't deserve to be in my house. If I listened to everything you said, I wouldn't be able to go to work. I wish I could be a housewife, but we just don't have enough money. Without my income, we'd have a hard time making ends meet. That's your excuse. A wife is supposed to take care of the house. You don't need to bother about anything else. That golden era is over, Matilda. Unbelievable! You made fun of me again. You're not getting enough money with your work anyway. You're wasting your time working. You commute to work costs more than what your job pays in gasoline. And all you do is make excuses for work. You are a wife who is so absorbed in her work that she neglects her family. You're not a good wife and mother. In the meantime, please take the luggage that's left in front of the entrance. Otherwise, when Simon and my husband come home, they won't be able to enter the house and your stuff will be in the way. If you don't take it with you, I'll make you regret. Come on, hurry up. Go away. Wait a minute. I have Sean's school-related matters to take care of. If I lose my income, our family will be in danger. Shut up. I'm busy making dinner. Don't contact me again, okay? Bye. Matilda, wait. Samantha, I heard about that. It seems that you were paid very well, weren't you? I'm sorry for treating you badly. I had no idea that you were paying for my hula dancing lessons. I'm really sorry for what I've done. What are you trying to say? You know what, Samantha? Come back home right now. I'll get your marriage certificate tomorrow so you can submit it again. Huh? I mean, you can come back to our house right now. Besides, you want to come back home, right? I forgive you so you can remarry Simon again. No, thank you. What did you say? I said I don't want to do that. Sean is waiting too. I know it's because he is still in elementary school. He must be worried if his mother doesn't come home until late at night. So, come home then. I'm not going back to your house. The three of us and you will be living separately from now on. What? Separately? Simon didn't say anything about that. Since it seems that you've forgotten that, let me tell you again. Simon doesn't say anything when he's angry. He just leaves without saying a word, just like his father. Simon knows what you told me too, and what the company did to me. He said that he'll protect me. He also said that if I just put up with him a little more, we'd be able to live in peace. I told him not to make things worse. Sean is still in elementary school. Simon wanted us to live together with you so that I could go to work without worrying. My son was loved and cared for. I tried to help as much as I could, but you got carried away and went too far. You can't stop Simon no matter how much you say he's your son. Hey! While I was talking to you, they are gone. They were in the house just now. When I went upstairs, their stuff was almost gone. Why? I told you we're going to live together as a family. That's not true. Where is my son? Sean is my grandchild. Give him back. It's true that Sean is your grandson, but he's my son. Oh no! You didn't notice, did you, that we've been preparing to move out from a while ago? What? Moving out? Wait a minute, what do you mean? Simon told you about my income, didn't he? I'm in a good position at the company now, and I'll get a promotion at the next personal meeting. Promotion? Yes, that's right. The money you love so much that you can just change your mind quickly to get that. I'm going to get more money than I've ever got before. Well then, I think you should come home. A promotion means you'll be busier than ever, right? I can take care of Simon and Sean and do the housework too. Housework? You said housework is a wife's job until now. You've done nothing but gardening as a hobby. Besides, my new workplace will be changed to a place far away from your house. I won't be able to commute from that house. If I try to commute, it will cost me a lot of money for gasoline. So from now on, the three of us will do our best. Oh no, I didn't know about that. I didn't tell you because I didn't know what you would do to me. It's understandable that you don't know. This has been our plan from the beginning to keep you away from our family. You don't understand properly. You talk about our family of three as if you can afford it. You and my son are already divorced. Why do you think you can take them with you? I'm not forcing them to come with me. Both of them decided to live together with me by their own volition. Besides, a divorce decree without mine and Simon's will is invalid, and you just filed those on your own. That makes you guilty of forgery for a sealed private document. I haven't reported it yet, but if I do, you'll be arrested. What? That's... And about Simon, when he found out about my relationship with you, he said he'll do his best to support me, and he's been looking for a new job ever since. What? So I'm changing my job to a different job that offers me better benefits than I have now. We're going to buy a condo and live near my new company. I will get a promotion and Simon will get a salary increase, so we can live much better than we do now. I can't believe that my son is leaving this house. Why? Doesn't he care about his mother? Simon was always fed up with your attitude towards me. He was very angry about that today. He couldn't believe that his mother was such an embarrassing person. And your lovely grandson, Sean, he said he doesn't like a grandmother who is mean to his mother. So we are all happy to be separated from you. Oh, and we've got your husband's permission too. What? My husband knew about that and didn't stop you? Yes, he said he and his wife would talk it over after we left. Wait, let's talk it over first, okay? You ignored my phone calls when I said that. Please don't do that. What am I gonna do now? Who's going to do the housework? Who will take me to and from hula dancing classes? And who's going to support our family's finances? The entertainment expenses and clothes? I don't know, don't ask me. I mean, the money I was giving you for the rent was used for that kind of thing? I didn't know that. I think our family will be able to live a better life now that we are wasting less money. You are the one who should divorce your husband. Why don't you divorce him and get married to your precious money? Your husband was very angry. Even if you don't want to, he will divorce you for sure. Then... Wait a sec. Samantha, where are you now? You'll let me see Simon and Sean from now on, right? Samantha, are you still there? The next day, Matilda stormed into the company. Due to the previous nuisance phone calls, the company was on the warpath. She was turned away. We were very lucky to have a boss and co-workers who understood our situation. Now that Simon has told his father what happened, under his father's strict supervision, Matilda started working as a cleaner at the inn. She has been neglecting the housework that she used to leave to her daughter-in-law. My father-in-law said that his wife has been giving him a hard time. With the help of the company and my father-in-law, we have been able to live happily in our new place without letting my mother-in-law know where we are. I am relieved to be free from my mother-in-law's sarcasm and meanness, and my family's finances are much easier now that I can spend less money on useless things. Actually, I've accepted Simon's suggestion about my mother. So my mother, who used to live alone, has come to live with us. She is very excited to have a new family member, and my housework load has also been reduced. I am so grateful for the cooperation of my husband and children. I will be able to concentrate on my work from now on.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!